Hey there! Thanks for joining me for Bible journaling. This morning we are going to be working on day something. Day 116 and our Encourage a Moment to Breathe devotional. So today our verse is in Psalms 63 and it's verses 3 through 4. Our verse says, "My lips will glorify you because your faithful love is better than life. So I will bless you as long as I live at your name. I will lift up my hands." So there is our verse for today. And let's go ahead and read our story. So our story today says, "One morning I left my 2-year-old daughter with my mother-in-law. I drove to the hospital, parked, carried my suitcase, and checked in alone. My husband was deployed and it was time to have my baby. Scott was on the phone from Japan when our baby was born. Motherhood wasn't supposed to be this lonely. Later, another birth, the completion of a project I'd worked tirelessly on. I was exhausted and thrilled and feeling vulnerable, and I shared my little treasure with a close friend, and she seemed to like it. Then she turned sharply, saying, 'But don't forget, there's nothing new under the sun.' Her motive might have been good, to keep me humble, but the words seemed out of place and mean-spirited. Friendship wasn't supposed to feel so raw. Friendship should be the place where you serve, encourage, and help each other, but sometimes there's nothing you can do. One dear friend has rheumatoid arthritis and another has multiple sclerosis. My husband has Crohn's disease. We live in a broken world. Some days life seems to crumble around us. Family can't or won't be there for us. Friends disappoint us. Our bodies fail us. Everyone and everything on earth will let us down, but God never does. He has been weaving his trustworthy and faithful love into our stories from the beginning of time. God has a special love for his people. In Hebrew, God's faithful love is called Hesed. Today, we know this is God's grace. God pours out his seed through Jesus, whom he sent to rescue, redeem, and renew us. Jesus is living proof of God's faithful love. He is God's promise to us, made flesh. And our moment to breathe at the bottom today says, "Soak this in. Your Heavenly Father really loves you. For real, forever. Nothing can ever separate you from his faithful love." Isn't that awesome? All right, so that is our story today. I love that. So let's go check out our page. So our page today is over here. So that's not really going to work out. So the verse is down here in the bottom right here, and it's covered up with all of this beautiful flowery stuff down here. So I'm going to go ahead and do my Bible journaling on this page. And my thought today is I picked out this girl who's got her hands up because part of the verse was, "I lift up my hands." So I went and found her over at Sassy Cheryl's, and her name is Hello There Neighbor. And the little sign down here came blank, but I put praise him in there. And I should have maybe did it in pencil first, but silly me, I just did it in pen. So it's kind of smushed here at the end. I should have made it a little bit smaller, but that's okay. And then I'm going to use this font. I'm going to put it underneath my page, and I'm going to put that onto my page. Here's my title. And the font's called Chopped Chicken Beef, and it's number 48. And I put a link to all of this stuff that I'm going to use down in the description box. So if you wanted to pick something up, you can. Also, since I'm going to be using watercolors today, and I'm going to use a couple I have in the store, I went ahead and put a link down to the add color category, and that is currently on sale for 30% off. So anything in the add color category you can pick up for 30% off. Just use coupon code color30. And then you can get a discount. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this brush marker, this Tombow brush marker, to do my thing, but I want to check it back here in the back first. So I have this table back here that I write on. So I just want to see what it looks like if I write on the page, if it's going to go through. And it's got a little bit of shadowing right here, but it doesn't really go through there. So we're just going to go ahead and do our title. And then after I do that, I will gesso the page before I watercolor my girl. So let's go ahead and put this up here. And I'm thinking I'm going to put it up here at the top. And I made sure when I printed it out on my paper that I spaced it out so that I can move it around. So I'm just going to put that up here. And we will just go ahead and write it on there. Nothing too complicated. And the little, it's got like little, lines at the end. I'm trying to figure out what to say there. Okay, so it kind of goes out past our word a little bit, and then it comes back. Same down here, kind of goes over. And then we'll just color this in. Let me see what it looks like on the other side. And it goes through a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to live with it. And I could have probably just gessoed it first and then go over it, but I didn't want to mess up my pen. So I'm going to learn to embrace the bleed through. Okay, and then it goes up. And it's got this little curly Q. Okay, and then over here, this one has a little curly Q. And we're just filling in. I could have also printed this out on some sticker paper and then just stuck it in there, but I wasn't too concerned with that. I want to get better at my, I need to practice some brush lettering. I'd really like to be able to do that. So if you're afraid to just draw it in there, you could just get out. I could have just printed this right onto my sticker paper and then I wouldn't have these problems. But I didn't want to do that today. Okay, let's see what the back looks like. See, there's a little bit. It's okay. Okay, and then we're going to go up here. I'm going to move my title a little bit. You could also do some paint. You could paint it on. I've done that before with some acrylic paint. Although me and acrylic paint, it dries really fast. You have to be quick. I'm sure there's probably something you could put into the paint to make it stay wet a little bit longer. Okay, like so. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Audrey. You found us. We're not doing the one that we're going to do that you picked up, but we're going to... Today we're going to do, for coloring, we're going to do Nerdy Piper. That should be fun. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and gesso my page. I'm going to get a piece of paper. Okay, so we'll put this piece of paper back here. So I'm just going to use some clear gesso. And we will see what we can do. Move my page up here a little bit, because I think I'm gonna watercolor my girl down here. So And I'll probably end up, since this page has lots of watercolor splatters all over it, I'll probably do that on this page too. I really like how that looks. And I'm wondering, I probably should have checked to see what this was going to do if I touched this word. Let's try that. Now I'm worried. I already put it on there, but now I'm not gonna. Now I'm gonna worry about it. Okay, let's kind of dab it. Maybe. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, that's not gonna be good. Okay, let me see here. Let's try this. Okay, so I should have gessoed it first and then put the words on there because I forgot this is a watercolor pen. So it's, when you get it wet, it reactivates it. So make sure to do the gessoing first. But we'll just daub it on there, and here we'll just dry it like this. I think I did that last time and I forgot about it too. It's okay. God doesn't mind. Ouch. We'll dry it and then we'll just go over it again with our pen. You're gonna love this devotional, Aubrey. It's really good. Or Audrey, sorry. I've been kind of a slacker lately. I haven't done the days in between. But it has good stories every day. It'll be good for next year. I guess I could start on an opposite day and then just work my way back through it, and then do different days in my Bible. I've only done the Thursdays when I do it on here, but next time I could choose a different day. Say start on the 2nd and end with the 1st, and then I could do different days. I was writing the opposite the days that I wasn't doing the Bible journaling. I was writing it in my planner, and that fell on the wayside. Maybe I need to have 2 books, so it's downstairs, so when I get up in the morning and I'm waiting for Lexi to do her getting ready, procrastinating, I could be drinking my tea and reading my devotional for the day, because I really like the stories. They always go great with the verse. Alright, now we'll take our pen, and let's see. So definitely, if you're going to use this pen, make sure to gesso first. Silly me. Or I should have just put it on the sticker paper, but I forgot about it until this morning. And I kind of like to do, when I do the sticker paper, I like to print it out the day before so that it has a chance to dry, because sometimes the black is a little sticky because it's a lot of ink. But I got busy drawing I was trying to work on the next card kit, so I was doing this rabbit stamp and yesterday instead of printing out my title. And then the rabbit, I've decided I've got to repaint him or recolor him because I don't like the color he is. Okay. I'm going to go with that. So let's grab... So today I'm going to do... Let's move all this stuff over here. So I'm going to do watercoloring. So I've grabbed this Decadent Pies ink pad or ink kit because it's got this nice brown here. And I also grabbed the Davenport one just because I like the colors in there. So that's what we're going to use. So let's go ahead and do, or not this brown, it's got this great peach color right here that is skin toned. Although Prima has a new one that is it's called Confections. So it comes with the skin tones in there. I really like that one. Okay, so we're just going to get this wet. Let's move this over here. Let's go down a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to get this wet. And I'm thinking that I'm going to maybe use this blue later, so I'm going to get that wet. And let's do this one maybe for her hair. And this. Yes, I would do, if you're going to do watercoloring, you don't have to gesso if you're going to do watercoloring because the watercolors don't bleed through, but I don't like how it makes the page dry up and like, I don't know, it makes it all shrinky and crinkly. So I always gesso it first just to keep it from doing that, but you don't have to. You could just paint right onto the page. I just don't like how wrinkly it gets. I know, silly, right? I don't mind covering the pages or the words or stuff up, but I don't want the pages to get all crinkly. It just seems to dry funny, like pucker up. I don't. Drives me crazy. But the gesso, if you do the gessoing, it will, the ink kind of sits on the top of the page, so it doesn't go on as smooth as if you were to just paint it on without. So you might want to try it both ways, maybe in the back. I use the very back pages for trying things out. Because there's like tables and stuff back there that I will not be doing any Bible journaling on. Just paint her up. And I wonder if this has some pink in here. This other one. Let me look. Oh, of course it doesn't. Okay, let me see. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my Illustrated Faith one too. This. And because it has a pink in there. So I'm thinking I'm going to use that to do some cheek color. Yeah, there's not, when I do my dip it in the water, I kind of dip it in the water and then I dab off the excess water on my paper towel and then just the little bit of water that's on there. And this is a really good brush. This is a Silver Black Velvet number 6. If you guys are interested in buying brushes, this one is really good. I like how it keeps a little point right here at the end. So you can use it on bigger things, but you can also use that little bitty point to do little small things. Well, let's get some pink. Oops, I keep seeing that line through the back of the page, but it's just my scratch paper has words on it. A little pink on there. Darken up her skin a little bit. But yeah, with the gesso on there, the ink, the watercolors just sit on top of the page. I should have darkened her skin before I put that skin tone down, or the cheek color down. And then I try to dry, if you get it where you want it, then I dry it. Or move to something else and give it a chance to dry. I'm just going to go ahead and dry mine. thinking that that's still kind of light. Let's see. Maybe we can add a little bit of this red right here. Oh, that's way too dark. Try this out. And then after you get it all painted, you can go back if you want and see, I had a lot of water on my brush that time, so I'm just gonna dry my brush on the paper towel, and then I'm gonna come back and pick up this big blob of stuff. What's good about these brushes too is you can go in with a dry brush and pick stuff up. And the gesso too is if you make a mistake, you can get it wet and then use your paper towel to just pick it right back up. Within reason. Okay, let's give her some brown for her hair. Let's see, let's use this up here a little bit. Wait, let's use this one first. I went ahead and rinsed my brush off, and then I'm just coming back with just a little bit of my damp brush to wipe this around. I guess I better get these down here. Let's see how you can get these little bitty spots down here with this brush because it's got that little pointy end. It holds its shape really nice. Okay, let's hop down here and we'll do this dog too. We'll do him brown. Teresa said she's going to head home. Good job, Teresa. I don't know about, we had spring here earlier to this week. We went from 61 and then the next day it was 81. So we had a couple of days where it was 81 and then the next day it was again back down in the 60s or 61. I'm like, you went from scorching, felt like scorching to us because 60 to 80 is quite a big difference, to freezing. I'm like, what happened to the sunny part? All right, let's see here. Let's do this pants. So I'm thinking I'm going to do this blue from the Illustrated Faith section over here. And today we have rain. So we're back to the rain part. So that means you have 80-degree weather, which makes all the grass grow, so you have to go mow. And then we have rain. That'd be nice when you get all settled, Teresa. We're gonna have to finish our girl. Teresa and I are watercoloring a girl together, and I was picking up my desk yesterday, or my counter, and I found her. That reminded me that we need to finish her up. I was working on a dog yesterday. I finished him up. Looks pretty good. Looks better than the cat I attempted before that one. Although the cat's not horrible, but I need to practice my fur better. I need to do a little bit more practicing. Okay, so I got a little bit on his, on the coat right here, or on the shirt, so I'm just going to take my paintbrush and get that wet, and see how it just kind of reactivates it, and then you can take your paper towel and blot it up. Oh, as handy that is. Okay, let's do, let's go ahead and move this. And let's do some red. Let's go ahead and do red. Wait a minute. No, let's do... Didn't we do red last week? No, let's do red. '60s and '70s. Is that really warm? And I don't know. To us, if it hits 70 around here, that's like tropics here in Oregon. In the summertime, if we get like 75, that's, whoa, we're living it up. So this week when it was 81 and I could wear my t-shirt, that was like super awesome. I was in the house all day and I went outside. We usually wear a t-shirt and a long sleeve shirt because it gets cold upstairs when I'm just coloring and fiddly farting all day. So I'll do my long sleeve shirt. Well, I didn't make it. I went outside and then I came back inside and took that off because I'm like, whoa, why is it so hot out here? Let's see. Do we want to do... I'm trying to remember if these tennis shoes have, when you do the different sides, if the top is white. If over here, this thing. I think that's white. Okay, let's go up here and we'll do the sweater. I'm gonna need a little bit more water. I bet when you say it's cool in Florida, you get down to 70. It's probably a little bit warmer than that. Would probably be warm for us. It wouldn't be so. That would be pretty. 75 would be pretty. 70s would be warm here if it wasn't for the chill factor. We got the wind that blows. It's just, if you didn't have that nippy wind, it would be awesome. But we get this crazy wind sometimes that just, it's cold. And I realize it's not as cold as some places. And at least we don't have, where we live, we don't have snow. Or if we do, it's few and far between. But for us, if it hits 70 and we don't have any of that wind, it's nice. Like one year we took the kids down to, it's been years ago, but we took them to Six Flags down by Santa Barbara in California, and it was 70 out, and we're wearing, you know, jeans and our t-shirts, and it never even occurred to us to wear a coat. And everybody, as people that live there, they had on hats and parkas, and I'm like, it's 70, but for them that was cold. For us, that was, wow, this is summer. Teresa, are there pictures of what? Of my dog? If you come back to when we do coloring later, I'll bring my sketchbook with me and I'll show you my dog. My cat. I did them with I'm glad you found me too, Audrey. I did the dog and the cat with colored pencils, so I was trying something new. Oh, I better not forget this little ladybug right here. Okay, then let's see here. We got... Oh, here's a ladybug. Sassy Cheryl always has the ladybugs on her stuff. That's her signature thing. She puts a ladybug on there somewhere. Okay, and then we better get some black here to do our dog's nose. And maybe his collar. Alright, since we got the black, let's go ahead and do these patches. I'm going to do the zipper right here too. I bet it's nice and sunny down there, Teresa, where you're at. It's probably way better than being up in the freezing cold. I like it to be warm, so when it gets to be summer here and it gets to be 80, that's pretty hot. We have a few days that sometimes it's 100 and we're like, my goodness, this is... Then we just pack the car and we go to the river. Because that's too hot. All right. I'm thinking she's looking pretty done here. Oh, I forgot a patch on the pants here. I think I'm just going to leave all of this other stuff white. Like the shirt and maybe his hair should have some lines here. And you should probably give him something to sit on or to stand on. Let's do, let's grab this other one. This one here has, this Jane Davenport one has a lot of greens in there. Let's try this green right here. My grass definitely doesn't look like that. That's very green. Look, I managed to color that grass without getting it on the shoe. Good job, Heather. And this little dryer here, it doesn't emboss anything, but man, does it heat up your hand. You gotta watch that. Alrighty, let's see here. We're gonna need to have something on this sign. What are we gonna do on that? Maybe this little gold color here. It's called Alchemy. Give it a little bit of color. It can't be white. Okay, I'm liking how it looks. I'm not really loving those cheeks on there. I might take those back off. Tone them down a little bit. They look crazy. I'm giving the suggestion of pink. Okay. Now, I'm definitely going to want to do something up here. This is going to need some more color. What do we have in this? Not that. You know how I am. I love to have the lots of colors, but I'm going to add a little bit more of this black to my shoe. And I know the page is curling up now, but once I close it and leave it shut for the day, it'll be flat again. So don't worry about that. Okay, let's go back up. Okay, so now I'm thinking that we are going to need some splatters up here. We can't, that's not going to work for me. So I'm going to take my little piece of acetate here, and let's get some of this yellow. I really like this. And I'm going to stick it on here. This. And then let's just go like this. Uh-oh. That didn't work out very well. I thought that was dry. Look, I'm just destroying this whole poor title thing up here. Okay, next time I'm definitely going to go with the stickers. The sticker. I'm going to do the sticker. That's what I get when I guess I did add ink to that after I gessoed it. Okay, that's okay. We'll just put some more yellow over here. We'll not get so close. How about like this? How about some orange? God right now is up there. He's laughing. He's like, Heather, you don't know what you're doing. He's right. It's like you're supposed to be showing people what they're supposed to do. Okay, don't do this. This is my advice for you today. Do not do that. All right, that's looking okay. All right, let's add I don't know. I really like this green too. No, let's do pink. I really like how when you smush it down, it looks like that. Too bad I couldn't get it to just stay smushed. Thanks, Teresa. Yeah, he's laughing. God's laughing. He's having a great time up there right now. He's like that, Heather. She doesn't know what she's doing. She thinks she does, but she really doesn't. Okay, so we got this giant thing right here. So let's see if we can put some, without touching the letters, let's see if we can do some pink. Let's do... Because I really did this one a job right here. Okay. He just adds character. And what the sad thing is I'll probably forget about that pin before I use it next time. About not getting it wet. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. All right, so let's do some. Let's sort of fix it a little bit. It's all right. I'm okay with it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some of this black splatters. I can have some splatters. I can't not have that. Maybe the splatters will make it look like I purposely messed that up. Got this all smeared out up here. Okay. I'm thinking that... Is there like some gold? Is this like sparkly in here? And that's not sparkly. I think one of these had a sparkly one. Let me look. Yes. Number 27, this has sparkles. Okay, sparkles. I like sparkles. So just so you know, not every page turns out the way you expect it to, but it's not about how perfect it is when you're finished. It's that you spent time with Jesus and you enjoyed it. Even though my page is not what I would have preferred, this is the word, I still like it. Because it's not about how perfect it is. And believe me, I have pages in my Bible that I've done in here that I just don't like at all. But gotta find a pen that works. But I enjoyed spending time with my words and reading the story and just spending time in my Bible. So for me, that's what's important, is that I enjoyed my time doing it. Alrighty then. So we've got over here, let's see here. I forgot I know my verse is over here, so I'm thinking maybe I want to do I'm going to copy my verse, because it's verse 3 through 4. I'm thinking that I'm going to put my verse, even though it's on this page, I'm going to maybe write it over here as part of my journaling. That's my thought.
Just save me from myself. Seek the poem in the pain. He would go anywhere, and you'd be loose in the game. So darling, fade your love to remain on the same side of life. Turn away and let it fall. Heavy armor aimed at all. A certain way to win.
That way, even though the verse is on this side, I'll remember that that's what verse I was working on when I put my girl on this side. So, alright guys, so this is my page for today. I hope you had fun doing some Bible journaling. I hope you remember that it's the journey, like Audrey says. It's the journey that it's important. It's not the perfection of your page. Because yes, my title up here got smeared because I should have done the gessoing and then done my word. And then I definitely shouldn't have smushed ink on top of it because it's a water pen, so it reactivated it. But I'm fine with that it's not perfect, because I'm not perfect and God doesn't expect me to be perfect. But I had fun and I enjoyed the time that we spent together today. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous day. If you have any questions, make sure and leave me a comment down below. Otherwise, I guess I'll see you next Thursday or in a little bit for coloring. I'll be back. Bye-bye.